setting the agenda for security in year 2022. Setting the agenda for security in year 2022. You know, thank God for bringing us into a new year, and we were just beginning to wonder if the Nigerian government is working or failing in the aspect of security. You know, because it doesn't seem anything is changing between year 2021 and year 2022. So I want to ask you, would you say that the anti-government, like the terrorists, the bandits, the kidnappers who are working against government, are overwhelming the government security agencies? Would you think so? That is one question there. So now one begins to wonder, what is the hope of our future in a country where the youth is the worst hit by a failed government? What is the hope of our youth? Where do we go from here? What has been the scorecard for security in year 2021? How would you rate the performance of our security agencies in year 2021 at the face of the insecurity that has pervaded our communities? Just last Christmas, many could not travel to their villages for holidays for fear of being kidnapped, some for fear of bandit attack. Aside from the uncertainties, you know, in traveling, there are so many other uncertainties we're not even talking about. But many could not even travel solely because of the kidnappers, the bandits that are on the way, and other form of terrorist activities, you know, in various communities in Nigeria. Needless to say that many who even traveled actually traveled with armed escorts, while those who could not travel, who could not afford to travel with armed escort, just hoped on the best outcome, you know. And we just thank God that the year 2021 was eventually successful, and we all came into year 2022. And now we are looking at how the agenda should be set for security in this new year. Now we came into 2022, and the first humorous statement, quite laughable, from the police spokesman was that 88,000 AK-47 rifles and firearms were missing from police custody as captured in their audit report of 2021. How do you explain that? Come, just how? We are still yet to fathom it. And one was even wondering, should such information come to the public domain, and information that borders on the security of our lives that is yet to be fully harnessed be shared on the public domain? But that is how Nigeria works for you. You know, every firearm, every firework produced is recorded, and this sets the agenda on what we are likely to see in year 2022. I hope this information does not even begin to panic Nigerians, you know, in this new year. So now I am wondering if the hams grew wings and flew out of the armory, or if someone in the armory tried to play a fast one on the Nigerian police force. Or is it a blackmail? Does it seem like a blackmail of the Nigerian police force? One wonders how issuances and accountability of arms are actually done, you know, or are they tools that can be kept aside, or are they tools that have been kept aside for the forthcoming 2023 election? A lot of things are actually roving through the minds of people. It's really very humorous for such information to be at the public space, you know, in the space of insecurity that is ravaging the country at this time. Now, we leave that there. Another scenario that brought us into 2022, in the first week of 2022, is the iPod banning our national anthem in schools in the Southeast. The national anthem is our national pride. The national anthem is our national heritage. How can a group of activists ban our national anthem? The level of powers this various pockets of security team are beginning to exercise on the country is really, really becoming alarming. IPOB has put different approaches to marginalize this country, and nothing has been done about it. All the efforts that we hear is being prepared to combat the issues is not actually leading us anywhere. IPOB has attacked schools. They have shut down banks for operating on Mondays since they declared Mondays as sit-at-home days in Imo State. Some children have actually dropped out of school for fear of even going to school at all. And these are not children whose parents can't even afford sending to school, but they can no longer go to school because of the fear of the insecurity in Imo State. Some who are still schooling can't even write exams. Hey, come on, do you imagine the effect of IPOB action on the psychology of our children? Do you imagine them? Where really is the future of this country? What is the future of our children? What is the future of our youth? Our youth who are supposed to be the future of our generation are denied education or are given half-baked education simply because their parents can't have the confidence of allowing them to go to school anymore, and simply because this country is unsafe. My concern is, where is the Chief Security Officer of Imo State? What proactive measure is Governor Uzodinma taking in this regard? Okay, we remember the stakeholders meeting of just days back, January 4th, 2022. It had, and I listened carefully, and after watching, my question is, what next? What action is he going to take? What action? Imagine a governor saying that IPOB is politically sponsored. Of course, there are several politically sponsored anti-government activities in various states, and it is only the governor and the federal government that can find a lasting solution to the peace in their states. And Governor Uzodinma actually can rely on the statement of the government that says that the IPOB is outlawed in Nigeria. So my attention was drawn to that statement of the governor, dwelling on the known fact that IPOB is politically sponsored. Yes, we know they are politically sponsored. So what do you do? That motive is very clear to you. So why not deal with the problem politically? All we just want, Governor, is peace in our dear state. And that brings me to the appointment of new service chiefs in the year 2021. I'm just pondering if the appointment actually put an end to insurgency in our country. How do you rate the performances of the new service chiefs that were appointed in year 2021? Has that given a new hope in security solution to the country? Maybe. I was having a chat with a friend who told me, they are still very new. And I said, I have a contrary opinion. They are still very new, but they've been in the system before their appointment as the head of their various institutions. So they've been in the system. The problem of insecurity has been the same. It's just coming up in different dimensions. The problem of kidnapping has always been the same. The issue of banditry has always been the same. The issue of terrorism is still the same. It's just days back the president declared bandits as terrorists in Nigeria. So it's just a change of nomenclature, or a bigger picture of how deadly they can be. Otherwise, the bandits have still been bandits, they've been there. So there is nothing entirely new. So we hope that in this year 2022, the new service chiefs, our new service chiefs will begin to bring new innovations into solving the insecurity that has pervaded our various states and our country, our dear country. Okay, lastly, I just recall the story of 7 families that were killed and 17 others in fresh attack in Kaduna State. 7 families that were killed and 17 others that were attacked in Nigeria. And I am still asking, it's pretty too early to be hearing this sad news. There is apparently no new development. There's apparently no new direction. So this is year 2022. We are using this video to call on the federal government and the various state governors to define the new dimension for security in the new year 2022. And then I have a solution. And my solution is this. I said there has to be new economic roadmap by government to provide gainful employment or gainful engagement for our youth. What is the pain of insecurity? What is the main reason why we have herders, farmers clashes? Why do we have kidnappers, more people going into the kidnapping business? It's none other than poverty. Poverty, So there has to be a new economic roadmap by government to provide gainful employment or gainful engagement for our dear youth. It will surely help in reducing the rate of indulgence of our youth in broad day robbery, indulgence of our youth in kidnapping, engaging them for useful and for gainful employment will in no doubt reduce the spate of kidnapping, will reduce the engagement of banditry and all form of terrorism that is attacking this country. Our various strata of government, like the state government and the local government, we also need to help to increase in the provision of infrastructure at their own various levels that will ease the stress on the citizens. The pipe-borne water to be created by the local government, the roads to be developed, the gutters and gullies to be well defined, so that can reduce the stress on people who move around in our various communities. I'm sure if some of these and many other points are put into consideration, a lot is going to change. This is Security Insight. It's a security education and enlightenment program where we review activities of insecurity and just draw a few insights into the possible solutions. Thank you for listening.